Folks, hello and welcome to Richmond Raceway. My name is John Theodore, streaming live at twitch.tv/John_A_Theodore. Recorded version of this broadcast at youtube.com/John Theodore. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. We're going to be in the number 6 Corey Busch for Congress Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Got a pretty decent field here. Patrick Mallet, Drew Faryniarz is in here, Sam Adams. We also have Mr. Christopher Bell, NASCAR driver, in the field. Looks like we have a 30-car field, so pretty big field here. 65 laps. Hopefully it's not just a caution fest and we actually get some racing in. Let's go ahead and get qualified. Cap says the strength of field here is 3.6K. That's pretty decent.
Green flag. Hey man, let's knock out a couple good ones here.
Let it roll through 1 and 2. It's really tough to get the power down in these big horsepower cars. Haven't driven something with this much power on a slick track for a while. That's a 73. That ain't great.
7, 3, 9.
We're going to try to get a little bit quicker than that on lap 2 if we can. Currently are on pace to be a little quicker. Just a little bit though. Not likely to pick up a ton of speed to really get a good starting spot, but that's in the... It's a 71. So that improved us by a spot. Real quick times are down in the 4s, so we need to do some practice to try to get up there. 1/10 off of Christopher Bell's time. There's decent separation there. Drew Faryniarz has been putting in his practice laps. He's down in the 4s. So, like I said, I got some work to do. G. Benson, how you doing? I mean, but look at this. You know, we got guys down at 21, setting 21 4s. And then we got guys qualifying at 21 8s. I'm in the 21 7s. We got guys in 22s as well who probably just limped around for a lap. We'll go ahead and watch that. Let's see. A little bit twitchy through there and just not really as clean of a line as I would want there. And not glued down to the bottom through 3 and 4 the way I would want either. Currently 10th on the board. Still got 1:30 left. Oh. Dude, Merzer. That's harsh, man. Mod View is cool. I haven't actually checked out Mod View myself, but I'm very appreciative to have the excellent mods that I have to help me keep this channel clean. Wonder how... I don't know if Kyle Larson is going to lose sponsors on the dirt side. I'm going to be honest. Like, the dirt side sponsors are... They have different priorities, I would say. So, like, some of his dirt sponsors have actually put out that they're going to stick by him. So, we'll see. Like, those are smaller companies. They're less national. They're more regional. So it's perhaps less of an issue for them. It kind of depends on if... I guess it depends on if public pressure gets put on them or not. I kind of feel like at this point, though, that losing his ride, like actually getting fired from Chip Ganassi, he has lost his ride completely. I think that is, and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like that's as far down as Larson's going to fall from this deal. And now he's kind of on the path to recovery, assuming that he doesn't screw up again worse.
The road's closed.
Good luck, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and do the pledge from grid here. As is tradition on this channel, we're looking for 65 clean laps. I pledge to be a good sport, whether I win or lose, to know that people online are real people and my words have real impact, to set a positive example with my behavior, to speak up against discrimination, hate speech, harassment, and abuse, to show integrity by honoring the rules of my opponents and my teammates, to stop, listen, and reassess if I'm told that my words or actions are harmful, and to respect others even if their sincere opinions are different from my own. Exclamation mark GLHF if you're watching on Twitch, or if you're in my Twitch channel, you put that into the chat. That will give you my referral link. And then if you're watching on YouTube, there is a link in the description below this video. We're 10th still on the pledge referral leaderboard at 65. Yeah, I mean, time will tell. You know, we're gonna see how this thing plays out for Larson and what the future holds from him. It's honest. I'm honestly finding it difficult to predict what'll happen if he gets signed by a team. SHR does seem like has looked for a long time like it would be a likely landing place for him. With the dirt connection with Tony, it seems to make a lot of sense. But and because Haas can just run a self-sponsored car and float him for a long time, he did that with Kurt Busch, with Daniel Suarez. You know, then there were, but you know, it's. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll see.
Have a good day today. Have some fun.
Ah, jeez, I don't know, man. I'm not a. I don't agree that Kyle Larson's an average driver. I think that he was in not the greatest equipment. You know, just being like. And the other thing is that, given that his driving style was really more of a dirt background, where he's suited to driving a car with a lot of power off of the right rear, the new rules package was about the worst thing that could have happened to him from a competition perspective. That did not suit his style at all. Green flag, and we're racing. So I think that if the cars go back to being
Still there.
more difficult, even if they don't do it with more horsepower, if they just do it to where it is more in the driver's hands, I think that Larson would come back.
Still inside. Clear on the bottom.
But if there's one thing that's always been a consistent weakness from Larson, it's discipline. He's always had a habit of taking himself out of races, and now he's taken himself out of a ride. Again, discipline.
Outside.
Speaking of lack of discipline, that was a lack of throttle discipline right there.
Outside. Still out there. Still out
That's
there.
dropped us back to 13th.
Still outside. Still outside on your quarter. Clear. 22.747.
Still there.
You will have a cross.
There's a yellow.
Radio
4
check
laps
to the
in.
group, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You just drove across the
Close
road
right
at
now.
28. Huh. Hey, 8, I'm sorry, man. Especially the first lap. We're just getting in there on the break. No, you're all right.
I believe you did, Mercer. That's why that's part of why NASCAR has to take this so seriously, is that NASCAR and that reputation's a real problem for them. Beat Up TV, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate that.
Is that a Kurt Busch paint scheme?
Uh-huh.
I don't.
I do not remember seeing that one.
I don't think it
Cancel culture is complicated. I'm not. Look, none of us are thrilled by the idea that we could accidentally slip up and say the wrong thing and we get canceled. There's a difference between that and this, and I still believe that
16 here.
people always have a chance to redeem themselves if they show genuine interest in actually evolving, understanding what they did wrong. That's kind of my point, Bill. This was not a slip. It's clear from how he said it that this was something that was in his vocabulary when he doesn't think that he's live. He was on a public channel. He didn't realize it.
Now it feels like it just doesn't want to turn to the center.
That is one thing that iRacing really needs to fix the thing where when you're in a practice lobby and it transitions to qualifying, it switches everyone over to the driver's channel without notifying them that they're being switched from their private team channel to a public channel. It's still...
I freaking bungled like...
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that we got a candid... It's sort of like a candid camera moment. We got an inside look at how Kyle Larson is when the cameras aren't rolling and he doesn't think that he's speaking publicly, and it's a bad look.
Pace cars off. Be ready. Green.
And so what I'm looking for out of Kyle Larson right now is a real
591.
Some real growth, some understanding that what he did was wrong, why it was wrong, and that he's gonna learn from it. And that's not gonna come from a one apology that he says right after he did it and he's suffering the ramifications. It's going to come from, persistence. It takes... There's a saying, I'm going to get it exactly wrong or paraphrase it, but it takes a lifetime to build a reputation and an instant to destroy it. And that's kind of what he's dealing with. That video is going to be a matter of public record forever. Doesn't mean that he can't come back from it, but that's always going to be part of his biography at this point.
21.976. .919.
Trying to race our way back into the top 10 here. After making a couple mistakes early. Right behind the 11 of Blaze McKinney.
.907 outside. Still there outside.
Sometimes if you take a peek on going into one there, they'll give it to you. That's usually how I like to make my passes. You show the nose and see if they'll give it to you. It helped that we had a pretty good run off 4 there. And we were probably closer than his rear bumper than he wanted.
All right, my man, go get that next one.
Let's see if we can go get that next one. As the spotter just said, next one would be Robert Norfleet in the 12. We're in the 6 car, which means that iRacing expects us to finish 6th. That's what our I rating is. We have the 6th highest I rating in the field. Most of my viewers will know and understand how that works, but sometimes I like to repeat it just in case we've got new folks watching. That's how they do the numbering in official races.
21.957.
Christopher Bell's up there in 7th in that number 5 car. And Kian M. Raleigh in the 8 behind me is looking pretty fast. I'm guessing that's Kian Raleigh Howell's alternate account. Which is, you know, his I rating on his main account is higher than mine. He's pretty quick. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to lay over for him. He's still going to have to earn this spot. And here comes Ethan Lane up through in the 3 car.
And 16th shot now one more time. I will send you to the best.
Still there.
And he just took that, and now Kian's going to get a look too, and he'll probably go by.
0.402. Clear low.
So I wasn't going to roll over for him, but I'm not going to do anything stupid and cut him off either when they're clearly faster than I am. Right behind these guys, see if there's anything I can learn. There's a yellow. This will be a good time to take some tires.
Temps real quick and then tell me what you got. Closed. Pit road's closed. Alright, you're going to have to come around the tan car.
It's a close this time.
Pit road is open.
What do I think will be the next track updated? They still haven't updated Kentucky. I don't know what they've got on slate for a rescan other than that. What other tracks have been repaved recently?
For your sign.
Or had any major
5,
additions to them?
4, 3, 2, 1. Stop on the sign.
It looks like we might be picking up at least one spot on Mr. Norfleet there. He had all kinds of trouble getting into his stall.
Go, 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 go.
Came out right behind the 8. But I think we gained at least one spot. .94.94, so
Should be starting behind the 8.
91, 92.
94.94.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Wasn't doing too bad.
We're in 11th. So Vegas is gonna get a big revamp, but Vegas didn't already get revamped, right? Oh yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix needs to get rescanned. That's true, because they still haven't updated it with the swapped start-finish line. That's probably the biggest one, the most out-of-date track right now. At some point, they're going to have to update all of them, because eventually they're going to update everything and so that the cars are gridded on pit road rather than on the track.
45.316.
And they could go in and make that change without rescanning at some point, but that's how you know. That's sort of a marker. I think it was Pocono that was the first one with that new gridding system, and then Michigan. But all the new tracks are getting that.
About fan, pull them belts tight. Be ready to go.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Richmond got a rescan recently too.
Base car's off. Be ready.
I think so. That's got to get updated with the new look stands and garage area and everything.
504 outside. Still out there.
Didn't really get away very cleanly there, did I?
Still out there.
Left something on the table on that restart.
Gambling up hot.
22.433 inside quarter. Still there, still there. Still inside. Caution,
Caution.
caution.
We're still in front of the 27,
All on you,
13th.
man. All on you. You make
You
that.
get a better restart this next time.
What is that laying up your road right there? That shiny thing.
19, but
Small piece of metal.
inside.
Yeah, why don't you go make sure what that is? We don't get
Yeah,
flat.
all that is to line up 10th again.
Close.
All the cautions so far have been behind us.
You got 28, buds. All yours.
Did he come across someone's nose?
Pit road is open. You can line up behind the 13.
No, I did not.
Sorry about almost
Yeah, a lot of tracks have removed stands, that's true.
Throw it in there like that. I panicked.
I mean, I feel like sporting venues are kind of going through a similar thing that movie theaters went through recently, which is that there are just less people who are going out to live events in general, so they're working to reduce the number of seats and improve the quality of the quality of the seats and the quality of the fan experience for the folks who do show up. You know, the quality of the at-home living room experience is just better than it used to be. So, you know, the event venues and things like that really have to have more to compete with when it comes to what folks have in their living room. A lot of tire marks on the track. Close to halfway here.
Closed.
So this is definitely showing me that I really need to put in some additional practice time before the NIS race, which is part of why we were running this. It was to get a little live action practice. We're not learning a ton because we're not really getting a long run, but that's likely how things are going to go in the NIS race too. We might get one good long run in
Could be lining up behind
since that
the
race is
13.
longer. Oh yeah, they have to add lights to Martinsville, so a Martinsville rescan is going to be coming. Unless they just add them to Martinsville as it is. But usually
What are you chewing on?
adding lights involves a rescan.
Right. I think you're on the inside. 51.611. They could be lining up behind at 11.
Alright, focus. Restart. Can't get beat like we did last time. We gave up 2 spots on the last restart. We need to be one of the guys moving forward rather than dropping back. Don't spin those tires.
Green flag.
Third place, you're blanking real bad.
42.587. Working at top. Still out there. Still there. Clear.
27's moving. Did a good job getting us on the outside there. We're going to try to
Just past halfway, bud. Just past
get
halfway.
that spot back.
Still out there. Still outside. Outside clear. 22.095. Still outside. Still out there. Still outside. Clear.
You definitely want to be on the inside here.
76. Outside. Still outside.
And in these higher horsepower cars, the outside at least has some things that it can do.
Still outside.
You're a wheel man, dude.
Still there.
Send her in there, man.
21.98.
Keep burning.
Still outside.
Well, I mean, given
Clear outside. 21.903.
Some tempers going on behind us.
21.846.
We've already passed the 11-1, so we'll see if we can get by him again. He's one of the ones that got by us on that
21.93.
restart we had after the first pit stop. First and only pit stop that we've made.
.936. .956.
Ah,
22.
didn't get off for the way that I needed to there. I'm guessing he's not actually hitting the wall at the end of the front straight. It just looks like that on my end because he's not slowing up at all and the car's not actually reacting the way that it would if he was scraping the wall. The sparks just look really cool.
22.001.
Just means he's getting right out close to it without touching it.
22.093. .105.
Gotta get by him.
22.
27's really closing in on me here.
Outside. Outside, still there. Still outside.
He's giving me room, that's good.
Working outside.
Just like before.
Still outside. Clear up top. Outside. You're clear him. 22.326.
Christopher Bell's the next one in front of me. See if we can run him down.
.379. .155. .257.
There we go. That felt good coming off 4 there.
22.228.
Actually gaining on Christopher Bell and Kian M. Raleigh. Wonder if Kian burned his stuff up or if he's incurred some damage somewhere up there with that front group that they were racing real hard with. But he doesn't seem to have the speed that he had earlier, that's for sure.
.293.
Those two racing side by side is going to help me gain on them.
.389. 10 to go.
Ten laps to go.
Okay, 27.
22.388. .395.
Kian appears to have really used his stuff up.
22.341. .779.
Just not able to get off the corners at all. Didn't mean to get into him, but he's really struggling.
22.579. 5 laps to go. Nice and smooth. Outside. Still out there. Still outside. Outside quarter. Clear.
Probably cost us too much time that we're not going to be able to get back to Christopher Bell's bumper here. But we'll see. It's 1.2 seconds. Yeah, we've only got 3 laps to go. That's a lot of time to gain in 3 laps. Well, we're going to get a shot at it here.
We could have waited like 2 laps.
Green, white, checkered.
Pit road's closed.
I blinked one time, and then you got under me, and you were there, and I could see you.
One attempt at a green, white, checker.
But I was struggling there. I was like,
well, I don't even know, because I didn't even get an X when I touched you or something. I don't even know. You were going all 3 at 4, and then you popped back up going off 4, and then... like
Decision time here.
I got loose.
Pit road is open.
29. I can't confirm for at least a lap and a half before it hit you. You started lagging out a lot.
I gave him the bottom because I saw myself lag out.
It's good 40 laps on those tires.
And I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, most folks are going to stay out here.
Yeah, half a lap later, though, you hit him.
Those guys who are pitting are probably just going to wreck the guys that are starting right in front of them, and it'll end right away. Yeah, or someone will spin their tires on the restart. Jinx on both y'all.
Pit road is closed.
See, I knew you two would be friends. Alright, 2 to green. Let's see what happens here. We've had a decent run to this point.
To go. Could be on the inside here. 49.865.
10-4 G-Vents. Look, I'll just take a rain check on it, man. You don't have to worry about that.
Going green? Yes, we are. Make sure we're taking care of our tires.
All right.
Pace cars off. Be ready. Ready, ready, Green flag, green flag. Should be 2 more laps. 44,
I think we're 3
24,
wide here.
7, 2. Outside, outside, outside. Quarter.
Son of a gun.
Stay low. Caution's out. Tell us what you got when you get a chance.
What the?
Let's see where we are and all that. Yep, we're in it, so we got knocked all the way back. Son of a gun.
What happened, guys?
One more
Couldn't
time,
meet it.
One more time. Straight, smooth.
Couldn't get past it. Oh well.
Behind the 25. Pit road will be.
Hey.
Dude,
That's
I got
disappointing.
you on top of- Let's go. 9 foot.
That's gonna kill our run. Oh well.
I cannot believe I didn't hit anything there.
Hey, Christopher, I'm sorry.
OMG WTF barbecue sauce. Thanks for the follow, man. Real appreciate that. That's just how it goes sometimes. Oh well.
Was that you that just cleaned me out there for no reason?
I was hard on the brakes trying not to hit you, but I didn't get any essence from it.
It just happens. That's
I thought we were-
Richmond. That's
I thought we
green
were
white
still
checkers.
expecting that, but guess not. Shouldn't have even been up there in the first place. You're 4 seconds behind.
19th.
Go home.
If we get through that, it's a top 10. But instead, it's iRating killer. Oh well.
Guys, cover up your fuel cans, cover everything up, cover up the tires, guns.
You can't even tell me I cut your nose off. Like, you weren't even next to me, Ethan. I'm already committed to the corner. Like, what do you want me to do?
Let's take a look at this.
Figured you're smart enough to do that. But
If anyone wants to see
Yeah,
a
man.
nice ride through that rut, check my onboard.
Yeah, there's just nothing we can do there. Christopher Bell's going to hit that guy and get sent down into me. I don't know that I ever had an opportunity to avoid this with the way that the 21's coming off the wall like that.
Wow, 27, that was pretty cool. I just watched it.
That was the power of new tires.
Yeah, the
Being able to
3
get
just
on
kinda
the
ran
road
over
and
the
then
4.
also be able to stop.
Nothing the 4 could do about that. Nothing that the 21 can do either. Let's take a look at the 27's view.
Sometimes you're the bus, sometimes you're the windshield.
Oh, he did a great job of snaking his way through that. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of us that just get caught up in that.
Checker.
Where'd he end up finishing? 13th? Yep. Oh well. We could have picked up, I don't know, 3 or 4 spots it seemed like. The 14 gets through. So, I mean, if we're able to get down low enough and miss Christopher Bell's car, but like that's the whole track being blocked right there for me. I would have had to be on the apron, and even if I'm down there, I think I'm getting hit. Yeah, I don't know. 21, just the way that he's bouncing off the wall there. There's no avoiding that. That's too bad.
He sent it in there, didn't he?
So yeah, let's see here. Get a decent look at that. That's a pretty cool looking screenshot there. That's Richmond things. So, do appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. Sorry that didn't end better, but we did some learning. We clearly need some more practice in the Cup cars. We'll get that before running NIS, which will be either Saturday afternoon or Sunday night. We'll get at least one in this weekend. Congrats to Drew on the win. Well done. Led the whole thing. So well earned there. We could have had a top 10, but instead we get 19th. We lose 37 iRating, which is not terrible. 3274, that's still respectable and probably pretty accurate. Lost 0.1 on our A license, so, you know, we'll have some better runs. We'll get it back. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate y'all. If you like the video, please do click that like button, hit subscribe, head over to twitch.tv/John_A_Theodore. Click the art to give me a follow. Thank you very much. Peace out.